Number 3 pretty much is properties of exponents. So number 1, the correct answer is actually D. And x to the 4th literally means multiplying x, which is the base, how many times the exponent, as you see in this case 4, so you're going to multiply it 4 times. That is a big difference between 4 times x versus x to the 4th. That would be f. So multiplying 4 times x literally translates to adding x 4 times, as opposed to multiplying, that would be the exponent. Number 3, 8 times x to the 5th power, that would be a, right? So 4 times 2 is obviously 8, but what do you do when you are multiplying with the same base? You're going to be adding the exponents. So number 4, that is going to be b. 8 times x to the 6th, that's going to be b. What happens? That's the power rule versus part A. That's the product rule. You add the exponents. The power rule is you raise it to a power of 3. So you're actually going to multiply the exponents. But just be super careful. A very common mistake is people will just multiply the 2 times 3, and they'll say that's 2x to the 6th. But be super careful. The imaginary exponent of the 2 is actually 1. So you are really distributing, quote unquote, the 3. So yes, 3 times 2 is 6, but 3 times 1 is 3. So you're really doing 2 to the 3rd power now, which is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So for number 5, 2 times x, that would be e. So that's the quotient rule. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So what happens when you have exponents with the same base and you're dividing? You are going to be subtracting the exponents. 3 minus 2 is 1. There's an imaginary 1 there, right? Number 6, 2 times x squared, that is going to be g. So those are what's called like terms when you have the same base and the same exponents. So what happens when you have one of something and you're adding the same something? Now you have 2 of them, right? So when you're adding, you're going to keep the exponents the same, right? When you're multiplying, that's when the exponents are different. So number 7, that correct answer is C. So this is polynomials, which reviews that later. But again, I just talked about the only like terms are the ones with the same exponents. So the only like terms are negative 4x plus 2x. So you're just going to be adding the coefficients. The coefficient simply means the number in front of the variable. So negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. And again, when you add and subtract, we keep the exact same exponent. So it should stay to the 1st power. And then you have the 2x squared, which you leave alone. So notice 2x squared minus 2x is the same thing as if you see in number 7, if I have written it this way, negative 2x plus 2x squared, that would be the exact same expression, but just rearranged. I hope you found this video really helpful, and I want you to make sure that you check the description. I left links to also my online course if you're interested. I have chapter modules and quizzes and homeworks and step-by-step answer keys, and I have video lessons of those. So again, I left that link in the description. Make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure that you also leave a comment so that if you want to also request any future videos, I'd be more than happy to make those. So I hope to see you soon.